Hey guys, my name's Fisher Warren, and I'm an electrical engineering student at Mississippi State University. I'll be a senior this year, and today I'm going to be talking about life as an engineering student. I hope you all enjoy. Now, before I start talking about the major, I'm going to give you a little background about me. I'm an electrical engineering major that's going to be an upcoming senior at Mississippi State University. I'm specializing in power generation, transmission, and distribution. And my first 2 years of college, I went to a community college. And later in this video, I'm going to explain why I chose electrical engineering over any other major. Now, I know a lot of people don't like community colleges and say they're not as great as a four-year university, but I will say that I enjoyed my time in a community college, and I hope that you have the option of thinking about going to one. Some of the great things about a community college is it's less expensive, so you get more one-on-one with your teachers, and you're not having to pay as much. So who wouldn't want more money in their pocket? You have plenty of scholarship opportunities. Now, while I'm currently going to be a senior in college, the scholarships that I received at a community college is basically now paying my full tuition at a four-year university. You have more one-on-one time with your faculty and professors. I stayed in my professor's office weekly at a community college. We got to know each other well and had a great time while I was at a community college. Another great thing about at community colleges, you have a chance to meet people and know every person on campus. My experience was I did a lot of student recruitment. I became a president of organizations. I ran for sophomore class president. I got that. I also made it into the Hall of Fame at my community college. Some of the other things you could have that's great to put on your resume is coming from a community college is you're going to have a higher GPA than you probably would go into a four-year university. Now, here's some of the courses that I took throughout my freshman through junior year of college. Starting out community college, of course, if you're going to go into electrical engineering or any engineering in general, you're going to have to take your basic core classes, as in calculus 1 through 4, differential equations. It varies on which physics is you need, but engineering mechanics, that's always going to be the first one. You also have dynamics, which I didn't have to have for my major, but like mechanical and civil, they require dynamics. I had to take chemistry 1. I took multiple programming classes. Up to date, I've taken 5 programming classes in my college career. There's other classes like your histories and arts and sciences that I'm not going to list today. Now, once I got to Mississippi State, this is my first year here. I have taken electromagnetics 1 and 2. I've taken digital devices, microprocessors, data structures, and algorithms. Now, I'm not a great programmer, but that is a very, very challenging class especially for somebody who's not very, very key at programming. Also, I've taken circuits 1 and 2. It's the intro to circuits and also intermediate circuits. Fall 2020, I'll be taking advanced circuits in labs. And also, I've taken intro to ECU design 1 and 2. That's mainly classes like going in and you do a project that your teacher assigns you, and it teaches you the ways of how to learn how to use breadboards, circuits, and understand the little things so you can build your way up to the bigger projects when you get into senior design 1 and 2. Now, one thing about electrical engineering is you're going to have a ton of labs, and you need to be prepared for that. They're going to be extremely hard, but as long as you put in the work and don't skip class or skip your labs, you're going to be fine. Your teachers are more than willing to help you throughout the labs and your classes, and they're going to help fix problems if you have an issue. Now, some of the things that I've learned in lab is how to use oscilloscopes, how to use breadboards, and I enjoy using breadboards because you don't have to solder. I've learned how to code better. I've learned how to use schematic drawings and diagrams. I've learned how to troubleshoot codes and also decode. And as you see to the left, there's a microcontroller that we had to build for one of our microprocessors labs. It has capacitors, buttons, switches, chips, LEDs, diodes. You got resistors, and also it plugged into your computer so you can control it through your code. And one of the most important things I think if you're going to be going into electrical engineering is you need to learn how to use Arduino. This is the key to making yourself stand out from the others because you can code, it'll teach you how to use breadboards, it'll show you how to make things work and move all throughout using sensors, buttons, capacitors, switches, um, anything. Arduino is a great way to learn the coding and how to build schematics and wiring. So here's some of the reasons why I chose electrical engineering. There's plenty of reasons why I could have chose it, but these are some of the basic reasons. The first thing is it pays extremely well. Compared to the other majors, if you go into college, engineering in general is going to be paying very, very great out of college. Once you get out of school, there's lots of opportunities, especially as an electrical engineer. You're able to go work almost anywhere because there's always a need for an electrical engineer at any business. Um, and one of the other great things that I chose for electrical is because most companies have a shortage of electrical engineers. They have an overflow of mechanical and civil because that's mainly one of the routes that most people are going to go is mechanical or civil. And I chose electrical because I like power lines and I like the grid and I want to learn more about how things like that work. If you're planning on being an engineering student or you're currently an engineering student, I highly recommend you to start looking into internships and co-ops. This is the way to get a job straight out of college and have job offers coming to you while you're still in school. So far, I've worked 3 internships with the same power company, and I plan on working this 4th year and 4th summer with them again. I learn better when I'm doing hands-on experience. I don't know about everyone that everyone that's watching, but I've learned that when I'm out in the field, I'm getting to visualize, looking at a transformer, or getting to look at how this line's wired. I can understand the better concepts of what's going on throughout the problems. Now, like I said earlier, for upcoming freshmen and future engineering students, if you plan on being an engineering student one day, I highly recommend you doing it because one thing is once you finish school, you're going to be having a great lifestyle. You're going to be getting paid well, you're going to enjoy your job, and much, much more. So some of the tips I could give you if you're going to be starting college soon or one day down the road is biggest thing is go see your professors. If you ever have trouble in classes, go to their office hours. Go help. Ask them questions. They're going to teach you one-on-one, and you're going to learn a lot more than having to sit in the classroom and be confused. The second thing is I've learned do all your homework because most of the time your homework is going to be weighted extremely heavy in your classes. And if you have a low grade, your homework grades could more than likely bring your grade up. When it comes to test weeks, you need to at least be studying weeks ahead because sometimes in engineering, you're going to be having multiple tests in that same week. You need to manage your time wisely and don't ever skip class because teachers do notice that. And when it comes to the end of the year, if you have a grade that is, say, you have a 79.94, they're not going to round that up to the 9.5 that you would need to have a B in the class. And if you're confused in class, you need to ask questions from the upperclassmen, your teachers, professors, anyone about it and get help. You need to make friends with your upperclassmen because they're going to be able the ones that have experienced that previous professor and they're going to give you tips to learn and how to study for his test. The last thing I can say is enjoy college. It's going to be the best years of your life, but don't put parties before your academics because there's one thing that I was told by a previous engineer that I worked with at an internship is why party now instead of partying later on? Once you get your job and you're going to be set financially, you'll be able to enjoy life. You'll have a great time, a great family, great lifestyle. So don't party too much. I mean, yes, you can go out and enjoy it, but don't party when you need to be studying. I'm Fisher Warren, and I hope you liked my video. If you have any questions about this, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll be sure to respond to you. Hope everyone has a great day and good luck in your future.